So, this last center, the Sahasrara, is contained in the limbic area of the brain. Our head is like a coconut. The coconut has the hair and then a hard nut and then a black covering, and inside is white shell of coconut, and inside is the space, the water. In the same way, our brain is made. That's why coconut is called as Shri Phala. Is the fruit of the power that is Shri. Shri power is the right side power, and the left side power is the Lalita power. So we have two chakras, left side here is the Lalita, and right side here is the Shri chakra. These two chakras are working out the right side Mahasaraswati's power and left side Mahakali's powers. Now the central power is the Kundalini. That has to rise and penetrate through different chakras, enter into the limbic area, and enlighten the seven pithas, seats of these seven chakras. So it penetrates through six chakras, enters into the limbic area, enlightens all the seven pithas in the brain, which are placed along the midline of the limbic area. So we started from the back, is placed here. At the back is the Muladhara chakra. Around it is the Swadhisthana. Then is the Nabhi. Then the heart. Then the Vishuddhi, and then the Agya. So all these six centers are combining to make the seventh center. This is a very important point which we should know. Now the Shri chakra is the right side working and the Lalita chakra is the left side working. So when the Kundalini doesn't rise, then we do with our right side our physical and mental activities. So our brain is doing right side activity, and that's why our brain is like Shri Phala. Sahasrara is actually the assemblage of these six chakras and is a hollow space. On the sides of it there are 1000 nadis, and when the light penetrates into the limbic area, then the enlightenment of these nadis take place. And you can see them as flames, very gentle flames burning. And these flames have all the seven colors that you see in the Vibgyor. But the last one ultimately becomes again integrated, and it is a crystal clear flame. All these seven lights ultimately become crystal clear. So you have Sahasrara with 1000 petals, as they call it. But if you cut the brain in a transverse section or horizontal section, you will be able to see that all these nerves are built like this along the limbic area. All of them are like a petal. And if you cut it like this, you will find that there are many nerves in every bundle of nerves. So when it is enlightened, you can see Sahasrara as a burning bundle of flames. So when the enlightenment of the Kundalini takes place in the brain, then the truth is perceived through your brain. That's why it's called as Satya Khand, means you start seeing the truth perceived by your brain. Because so far, whatever you see through your brain is not the truth. What you see is just the outer side. Say you can see the colors, you can see the different aesthetics of the colors, you can see the quality of the thing. But you cannot say whether this carpet has been used by some saint. You cannot say whether this is made by a devil or a divine person. You cannot say that this gentleman, is he a good person or he is an evil person. You cannot say if this deity has come out of the Mother Earth or not. Also, you cannot say about any person who is your relation whether he is a good relation or a bad relation, or what sort of a person he is, whether he goes to wrong people or to the right people, whether he has connections with the wrong side or with good side. Here good means divine. So actually you do not know anything about divinity with your mind. Nothing. Nothing. It's impossible for you to judge a person about his divinity unless and until the Kundalini reaches at least this part, which is the limbic area. You cannot make out whether a person is real or not, whether a guru is real or not. Because divinity cannot be perceived through your brain unless and until this light of your spirit shines into it. Now, the spirit is expressed in the heart, is reflected in the heart. The center of the spirit, we can say, is in the heart. But actually, the seat of spirit is above, here. And that is the spirit, what we call, of the God Almighty, whom you call uh, Parvardigar, you call him Sadashiva, or you can call him uh, the Rahim, and you can call him by many names which are said about the Lord who is God Almighty. Niranjan, they call it Nirahankar, every sort of words which start with Nira, Nihi. Now, at every center in the body, you receive a different type of joy. Every center has a different type of joy, and there are names for every types of joy you receive at every center when the Kundalini rises. But when the Kundalini comes into the Sahasrara, then the joy you receive is called as Nirananda. Nirananda. Now, Ni means nothing else but Ananda. Nirananda. Also surprising, my name is Neera. Also in my family I am called as Neera. And Neera also means Mary, Mariam. Because it means marine. Neera is water. Neera means water in Sanskrit language. It is called as Niranand in the brain. And this stage ultimately unfolds